Friends, ladies, gentlemen, Toastmasters, and Madam Contestant, a very good morning to you all. A lot of times, when I met my friends of old, when I met relatives, long lost family friends, when I'm meeting them after so many years, the first greeting that they give me is, Nikhil, what happened to your hair? Well, do you see it there? No, but still, you have very less hair. Let me give you this tonic, take this oil, take this treatment. You see the newspapers, male pattern balding. You're balding. You have to do something about it. Ladies and gentlemen, balding is a phenomenon, a worldwide phenomenon that has been accepted in mainstream society. Unfortunately, that has not been that accepted in North Indian society. Let me explain how. Let's point to some research. I recently watched a documentary, and the contents of the documentary were a little bit controversial. The title was, What's the Problem with Nudity? But they also pointed to something else. Research shows that humans are among the few mammals in the world that don't have hair all over their body. And there is a reason why we don't. The reason is because we have almost twice as many sweat glands, that we sweat much more. How is this useful to human beings? Well, since this is a humorous speech contest, I will not go too much into that research. But let's just say that when you don't have hair and you sweat in exchange, you are a lot smarter. For evidence, I would like to point to the Delhi Metro, which is being run by one person who happens to be a South Indian. South Indians in general are more bald than North Indians. I know for a fact because I have gone in the streets of Pune, Mumbai, Hyderabad, other cities, and in the streets of Gurgaon and Delhi. And I know for a fact when I look across the sea of humanity, I see many more shining lights when I'm in Hyderabad or in Pune rather than here. It is a fact that even when the chairman, when the one managing the Delhi Metro volunteered to step down, they asked him to stay on because obviously they didn't have anyone else to turn to. Hence, bolder men are smarter. Women, please take a note. Second point of my research, of my Wikipedia Googling type research, I found out where baldness comes from. It's in our genes, but it isn't where you'll find it, where you'd expect to find it. Baldness is transferred from the woman's side of the family, from the mother's side. Which means that if the mother's side of the family had more bald men, you will have more chance of being bald. So the next wedding that I attended, I made a special note. I noted down how many people, how many follicles are there. And I found out that all three of my mamas are completely bald. And they went bald around the age of 30 or something. Which gives me a sort of good time frame. Okay, I have this many years before I should do something about it. Well, many of my friends have told me, do something about it. Yes, you have to control this. You can grow back hair. Take this oil, take this Dantranjan, take this herbal thing. And I have one question to ask all of you. When you apply cream to your head, what does the cream touch first? Your hands. Does any of you have hairy palms? Would anyone get hairy palms? No. So if the cream cannot make the hair grow where they go first, how can it make the hair grow in the head? The whole thing is a scam. Everything that you see in your newspapers about reversing balding, before and after, actually they switch them, they're after and before. Even if they are after, it's in a very rare cases. And why do we need to worry so much about balding? What's this obsession with hair? The reason why humans have more hair on the head than the rest of the body is because we are bipedal. We stand. And that is why we only need hair when there is sunlight falling. How many of you spend the entire day in sunlight? Not many, I think. That is why all over the world we can see a revolution is happening. A change is sweeping. We do not need so much hair. we need to stop worrying about losing hair. Because hair today is gone tomorrow. Any other doubts? Any other questions? Whether a person is more attractive with hair, with more hair or without more hair, I would like you all to refer these two personalities. One is very respected by most, the other is very respected by me. His name is Vin Diesel, his name is Mahatma Gandhi. Now, do you think these two would have had as much effect on us if their heads were covered with hair? I do not think so. I sincerely do not think so. So, with our superstars going the ball way, I would say that we are entering a new phase, a bold new world, in which we will not need hair. It's simply an obstruction to the human mind. Why? Because the human mind generates so much heat that we need to sweat. The sweat glands can only operate efficiently when there is no hair restricted them. So, and that comes the final point. Why do women have such long hair then? Well, that's a thing open for debate. Maybe we'll see it in the next contest. Thank you, contest.